Welcome back. Today we are talking about fuel injection. This is our customer's 1991 GMC Jimmy. It's got a Blueprint Engines long block 383 stroker, and it's paired to a Monster Transmissions 700R4. So today we are going to be swapping an ACES Wildcard 2 multi-port injection fuel system for a Holley Sniper 2 throttle body system, generously provided by the guys up at Yearwood Performance in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Should be a pretty straightforward and easy swap. I'm thinking it won't take too long. Wouldn't you say so, Ben? Piece of cake.
Sí, yo hago el trabajo difícil.
Huh? He said it's going to be super easy.
Oh, I didn't know you speak Spanish.
Yeah, of course. You want to go get some coffee? Probably he'll be done by the time we get back.
Wait, really?
Yeah, why do you think they call him Speedy?
Ah, huevones.
No, gracias. Estoy bien. I already had breakfast.
Wait, I'm Ben. Guys? Another thing we're going to be changing on this build is we're going to be going from a single plane with short runner manifold that prioritizes high RPM performance to a dual plane long runner design to give this truck more drivability and low end power and power below the curve.
We're exactly 3 hours into the install. We got all the Sniper stuff on. We're topped off with coolant. We're topped off with oil. We're gonna go ahead and try to do the first fire. Well, Murphy's Law strikes again. We got her fired up. She runs great. We were about to head out to the dyno. We encountered a connectivity issue with the handheld on the Sniper. We're chasing that down right now, but something to note, especially if you're a DIY installer, is that whenever we had trouble with the ACES system, we would call in and there was a significant wait time, sometimes upwards of an hour. This time around on Holley systems, I think I was on hold for a minute and a half, and we're talking to him right now, chasing the problem down, so Holley wins that round. All right, we got our base tune in, we got our first fire, no leaks, everything looks good. So we're gonna book it to Albuquerque. Dyno's Edge is the destination. We're gonna strap it up, see what kind of numbers we get at the rear wheel. Began with the 1991 GMC Jimmy. It has a brand new drivetrain, and we started with an ACES EFI Wildcard 2 fuel management and timing master kit that had multi-port injection, and we ended with a Holley Sniper 2 throttle body with Hyperspark ignition system. We're going to go ahead and defer to the wizard Ben. He's going to give you all the specifics, we're going to state the facts, and we're going to let you, the viewers, decide which overall system best suited this particular build.
So we'll start with installation. Both kits install pretty straightforward. The biggest change that needs to be done to the vehicle before is a high pressure fuel pump, fuel pressure regulator, and of course the lines going forward. Installation of the Sniper 2 compared to the Wildcard 2, we really only had to change one fuel line, and everything else we were able to leave the regulator in the same spot. Wiring is a lot cleaner with the Sniper 2 because it's a throttle body injection versus port injection.
So installation was relatively similar across the board then?
I would say very similar for the two systems.
How about drivability? Which system do you think is better if you want to get in the car, turn the key and go?
On this vehicle, the Sniper 2 drivability is a lot better than the ACES.
how about tuning? Which one was easier for you to sprinkle the magic?
Tuning was the biggest difference between the two systems. I'm more familiar with the Holley system. I've been tuning them a lot longer. Ace's EFI is starting to get more user-friendly, but both systems with just running the wizard are gonna net you about the same. But when it comes to full custom tuning for the exact application, that's where the biggest change is.
Well, that brings us to the next point. How about peak performance? We had both systems with this truck on the dyno. So peak horsepower, peak torque, those big numbers that you're chasing, which one was better, the Aces or the Holley?
The Holley Sniper actually showed more peak horsepower and a lot of power under the curve. We assumed it would show under the curve power with the dual plane intake. The multi-port system had a single plane intake, which usually favors high RPM power, but the Holley Sniper actually made more.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a big truck, it's got big tires, it's heavy, so I would assume that the dual plane would probably be a lot happier under the hood of this thing.
I agree, the runner length definitely made a big difference.
So something to note, we changed the intake manifold because the Aces kit came with its own intake, naturally because it has port injection, but for a throttle body unit, we went ahead and selected an Edelbrock Performer air gap, and that dual plane setup with the little cutout seems to have helped a lot with this build particularly, wouldn't you say?
I agree.
Well, I guess that settles it. I think Holley pretty much came out as the winner across the board. So we talked about installation, about the same on both fronts. We talked about drivability. Holley seems to be better there. We talked about tuning. You said that Holley was a lot easier for you to get in and make changes. Peak power, surprisingly, Holley won again. I think overall, if I was driving this truck and I wanted an aftermarket fuel management system with timing control, I would go with the Sniper 2. That's what we're going to leave on it. The customer is pretty happy at this point. And I just want to thank everybody involved. This was a lot of fun. Thank you, Corey, for letting us use your awesome truck as this platform for testing purposes. Thank you to Jim and Steven at Yearwood Performance in Albuquerque. Thank you, Chris and Miles at Dyno's Edge. Thank you, Eric at Pepino's Performance. Thank you, Patrick at Ace's EFI. Thank you to the viewers for letting us post all this content. If we missed anything, feel free to let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And one more question for the Wizard bin: nitrous or turbo?
Why not both?
The best answer possible. Thank you guys. See you next time.